The broadcast is live.
Wait. Oh, you might.
Wherever you are, you're living aloha. Wherever you go, your soul is aloha. Wherever you've been, you're living aloha. A part of yourself is always aloha. Aloha is a state of mind. 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 When you're with family, you feel the aloha. When you're with friends, you feel the aloha. When you're on the beach, the sun's your aloha. And it breathes the kiss of aloha. Aloha is a state of mind. 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 A state of mind. A state of mind. A state of mind.
Aloha! State of Mind Podcast. Hey, and I believe we are live. Hey, long
Yay!
time no
I
see.
know it's been 2 weeks, man. Whew.
Yeah, we had a little 2 week hiatus for the Aloha State of Mind podcast. I'd like to welcome everyone back out. It is 9 o'clock, a little bit after. We're flying on Hawaiian time, so it's all good. This what is it? October 27th, man. 2 weeks without the show. How you feeling,
Yeah.
man? I got to check up on you and see what you've been up to, man. It seems like it's been a while.
Well, I mean, I had a rough couple of weeks,
Uh huh.
but I'm feeling a lot better. I got some help, and you know, just kind of enjoying my time on this planet. So yeah,
that sounds
I, I'm,
that
I'm
sounds really that sounds really philosophical, man. That
well,
sounds a bit deep for the opening here.
I know a little bit deep. Well, because like I went to Arizona last week with my friend
Mhm.
Jeremy, and it was
Right.
on Route 66. The like Route 66 is like known as the Mother Road, like in America, where it goes
Right.
from Chicago all the way to Santa Monica Pier. So at the
Right.
end of the pier is actually where it stops. I was like, oh,
Mhm.
that's kind of cool. But I went to Arizona and Arizona
Mhm.
and had a great time. Got out of my head, and so yeah, just driving around doing nothing, wasting gas.
I know. I was a bit jealous that I didn't get to go to Arizona. I was kind of like, I want to go, but I had a lot going on as
Yeah,
usual. The fam thing and just life in general. So we couldn't
right.
make it. But definitely, it's on my bucket list. My close, like, I have a bucket list that's like a dream bucket list that like it's way out there, and then there's like a realistic bucket list. Then I think Arizona is definitely on the realistic bucket list. So definitely, want to get out
Right.
there. Maybe by the end of the year, maybe early next year, depending how things pan out. But it's all good. I appreciate
Right. It
that you got a chance to go once again.
well, it's one of those things where okay, there's a
Mhm,
bucket list that I go to Paris for 2 weeks and
mhm,
have adventures and eat at the best finest diners, and then
mhm.
there's I go to Knott's Berry Farms, you know, but
Right.
California is closed. Like all the theme parks are closed, And so Arizona is
Mhm.
literally it's in Williams, Arizona, and it's literally in the middle of nothing, like forest. So
Right.
they're allowed to open because social distancing and all that stuff. It's such a small town, dude. It's a one road town,
Mhm.
and all the souvenir shops and restaurants are on that, and then that's it. Like, yeah, you might live in a trailer like somewhere, but the town is literally a one road on Route 66, the famous road from cars and all that.
Right.
So
Do you see
yeah,
Lightning McQueen over there?
I did,
I just
but he
asked
was a
him.
toy about this big.
He was at the gas
So
station.
it was a
No.
no, but yeah, it was interesting, and then of course came back to life and back
Mhm.
to life, back to reality. So
Right.
um, so now I'm here and I'm loving it, dude. I missed you guys. I missed
Mhm.
you, Mark. And we have a great guest tonight, so he's very lively.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a great guy to talk to tonight. So
Most definitely. We just want to wait a little bit. Well, he's sitting backstage in our, our virtual green room, and we'll bring him out in just a little bit. We'll just let some people pan into the rooms and get a little bit more people in the chat and whatnot before we bring him out. So definitely, we will do that in just a second. But we just got to remind everyone that we are here mostly. Before it was every, but now we're like mostly every Tuesday night because things happen. It's a
yeah, things
pandemic,
happen.
you gotta excuse that. So it's all good. And yeah, I just been just working still. I'm blessed to have a few gigs left and
Mm,
just doing the Twitch thing as well. And that's another thing. Gotta say, we are actually streaming on let's see, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch now. So if you guys are
mm,
on Twitch, you definitely can catch us on there, and we'll be doing a lot more things on there. It's a lot freer platform for us to do our
right.
thing. So definitely be sure. And we are still the Aloha State of Mind podcast. The podcast, at least at least for another month. And that's what happens when you don't spell check and you just type stuff in. You become a podcast, a POS cast for at least 2 months till Twitch lets you change your URL. So
Right.
for next another month, we're a podcast.
Podcast. See, I think that's one of the reasons why I haven't got on Twitch yet
Mhm.
because, well, I mean, I technically I'm on because I used to go on Twitch with you and all this kind of stuff,
Right, right.
and just watch you do your shows. But
Mhm.
dude, the passwords are ridiculous. Like you gotta do some crazy password. But because of the podcast, I'm gonna wait
Right.
a month until I can actually link up at podcast. So
Yeah, yeah. Then
um,
we become official in another month. We can officially be a
right,
podcast
right, right,
on
right.
Twitch. So, hey, we
So
gotta say what's up to the nutty DJ Anthony
who's
over
that?
there in Arizona.
Oh,
Uh, he was actually Jake. I don't want to say the name now. I'm gonna blow the guest. Like people don't know who it is, but theater of the mind. Like we gotta pretend people don't know what's going on here. You know.
even though they see the flyer.
Yeah. Maybe some people are just tuning in random, so we want to give it away. But yeah, he used to DJ with us and intern with us back in the day. So definitely shout out to Anthony, aka the Nutty DJ, checking in. I don't know, on YouTube. Okay, so
Yeah,
that's good.
YouTube.
YouTube.
So
So
so Anthony, like, well, Nutty DJ
mhm,
808 1.
mhm.
Um, he lives in Arizona now.
I think so. I don't know what part, but I know Arizona, somewhere in Arizona. I don't
Dude,
know
I'm
exactly
telling
what
you,
city.
man. Like, if it wasn't 125 degrees in the summer,
Right.
Arizona, I'll tell you, move to Arizona
Right.
because it's just far enough where you
Mhm.
know it's still drivable.
Right.
Like I know that you're talking about other places to move to, like
Right.
Laughlin or Bullhead. I'm like, yeah, 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 move there. It's only an hour away. Yeah, yeah, move there. But I was looking at Oregon again. I know it's
Right.
weird, dude. I'm like actually studying Oregon now.
Right.
Um, and dude, the place is so green. I
Yeah.
think I'd love to live there, to be honest with you. If I had the money, if I had like $10 million in the bank and I can move anywhere I like,
Right.
um, yeah, dude, Oregon would be nice. But I don't know how far that is from here. I think it's like 12, 14 hours or something.
Yeah.
So
It's pretty far, yeah. Like, see here, Anthony says, all of a sudden the weather went from 100 degrees to 48 degrees, like within the last week. So it's kind of, yeah. I
Right.
think everywhere the weather's been kind of nuts lately. So, definitely, I think like a couple people said that they're in Colorado. I think I was speaking with them, and they said it went from like 70, 80 to like 19 degrees.
Yeah. No, even in Vegas, that's why I'm wearing this sweater, dude. I mean, it's like 60. Last night it was like 54 or something like that. I mean,
Mhm.
don't get me wrong, it's not cold, but it's
Right.
still a little chilly, you know.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, uh, I was like, but they're saying that it's gonna go back up, for another week and then be normal again. We're just getting a
Right.
cold snap,
Yeah.
but
We'll see. Oh, here, see, Nicole just checked in on Facebook. She said it was 3 degrees this morning in Colorado Springs. 3 degrees. That's
three.
insane.
That's
Three.
single digit. Hi Nicole. Just wanted to
Mhm.
say hi. She's actually one of my friends that really kind of helped me out this week.
Mhm.
Um, going through some stuff, and her and I we talked a little bit, like on Facebook, and she
Right.
really helped me out. So thank you, Nicole. Um, but yeah, dude, I saw pictures that she posted. There's
Mhm.
snow everywhere, like
Mhm.
on the the house next to hers and all that kind of. Like I was like, oh my god, that's snow. When's that coming? I want that. As a guy from Hawaii that lived in humidity,
Mhm.
oh my goodness, just seeing snow makes me so excited. Because in Hawaii, you can get out of the shower, no matter what, like if it's cold or not, you're still sweating. I don't know how, but
Right.
um, yeah. So Hawaii sucks. Like the humidity sucks,
Yeah.
but
Humidity is
yeah,
crazy.
the humidity sucks. The food and the people are good, but humidity
Mhm.
sucks. So yeah, to see her post pictures of the snow, dude, I got all excited. You know why? You know why? You know why?
Why?
Let me
Why?
tell you why.
Why that? Why
Be-
that?
because I live in Nevada.
Uh huh.
Now, either I can go to Mount Charleston or Pahrump or whatever, there's snow there, or I can go to the pristine places like Bryan Head in Utah,
Right.
um, you know, where you can go snowboarding and all that kind of stuff, and it's so nice to the log cabins and everything. So, I can go to Big Bear in California. I can meet you guys there. So it's only like 2 hours for you. It's maybe like 4 hours for me. You know, we can do family vacations at a cabin with the fire and all that kind of stuff. Like I like living. You know what I like. You know what I think of it. Like when I say something, I'm like,
Mhm.
I just want the white person. I want white people vacations. I
Okay.
want, I like I want to live, vicariously through white people, but I want to do it by
Mhm.
myself. So I
Right.
guess it's not
Right.
vicariously, but
All
yeah,
right.
something like
Yeah. Joel is checking in from Vegas. He said, free, it was cold for me, and he said it was cold. He lives in Vegas now. He said it's cold for him, and he used to live in Alaska, mind you.
that. Dude,
So if he says it's cold, then it
then
must
it's
be cold.
cold.
Yeah.
No,
Alaska
okay,
is a
so
whole nother animal when it comes to coldness.
right, dude, Joel. When we were there, we were actually like in the pretty good season where it wasn't too cold. When Mark and I
Right.
were there.
Hmm.
But yeah, dude, I of course after that trip, I watch all these Alaskan shows like Surviving Alaska and
Right.
Buying Houses in Alaska and you know Timberwolves in Alaska, all kinds of stuff. Beyond like what you got like Life Below Zero, that kind of stuff.
Right. Right.
And some of these like even in Anchorage, which is their main, their big uh their big metropolis, the city. Dude,
Right.
it gets down to like -16. I'm like, and
Yeah.
that's an average a year. It's
Cannot.
like,
I
yo,
cannot do that.
I
Oh my
cannot.
goodness.
That's too much.
Yeah.
I
All
don't know
right.
how the dogs can run through that.
It's all good. All right. Well, I guess let's get to it. We're gonna see if more people start to pile in. I had to don't mind me. I was paying attention to you. If you thought I wasn't paying attention to you, I was looking at my phone. I wasn't. I was trying to repost on Facebook because sometimes when you take a hiatus or like a break for a couple weeks, people tend to think like, oh, these guys quit already or what? They give up.
They give up.
So
The funny thing you said that
I,
because one of my friends, Chris Cornui, like he saw that I posted on Instagram. He's like,
Mhm.
"Hey, I'm glad that you guys still doing it. You're doing spectacular." I was like, "Bro, I just took only 2 weeks off, dude. That's only two shows."
Yeah.
So anyway,
So yeah, like I don't want to be. So I reposted. And I even reposted to your page so people can see it. Because usually we stream through your Facebook page. So,
right,
uh, but I think we're streaming to our page on Facebook. So there's so many uh uh things to do with the stream. It's crazy sometimes. So if you see my eyes, like I tell these people when I stream all the time, if you see my eyes going like this, it's not that I'm not paying attention. It's just like I got a lot of things going on. But
right.
let's get into it. Let's get into the special guest tonight. I'll let you give the introductions as I always do, and we'll bring them on.
Okay, well, our special guest from this hiatus that we're coming off of is actually a perfect guest to do this because he's so energetic and he's got so many stories, some that we can't talk about, but
Well, we can
some
because it's a free form. It's not
right
radio. It's not any kind of regulated media.
true, but at the same time, there's some things that still aren't quite legal. uh, like even though it's been like 30 years, it's still not legal.
Well, I think
But,
there's like a what do they call it? When after 20 years you can't get they
yeah,
can't try you for
statute
it.
of lim-
Something. Yeah,
right,
statute of
statute of
limitations.
limitations.
Right, right.
But
See, we're
but
good.
so our guest tonight, I worked with him over the years, and I still consider him one of a really good friend, even though we haven't connected in a long time. But I know the fact that who he is and how he is, that he's always in my heart. So without further ado, let me please introduce. I don't know what to call him, man. It's like now it's Jake Break
Mhm.
on Instagram. He's taking a break with Jake with all underscores underneath. But I knew him as Jake Kid. So please welcome to the show, Jake Break.
Mm.
What's up,
Talk about.
fellas? Oh my gosh. Like, you just wanted to hype that up and get me even more nervous. So my blood pressure's through the roof now. Like, you know that,
you
right?
you gotta take like the high blood pressure pills and all that.
Oh,
Trust me, I get
negative,
them.
negative. There's got to be another medication. There's another medication.
Yeah,
How you doing, man?
all
Good, man.
natural.
How are you guys? You both looking good, man. Love following you guys on the
Oh, dude.
socials. And, oh,
Yeah, it's all
Well,
filters like that. Snapchat filters and
I was
see, that's
just
why.
gonna
all
say
good
that's
stuff.
what it is, huh?
See, I'm all like bright right now. I wish I had Mark Easy's filters, dude. He's
No,
like,
that's
God, you
so.
look handsome right now.
While
That's
you're
all.
talking,
That's all makeup. That's all
Mark,
makeup.
you was just saying if you're not paying attention, you're posting on the socials. I was trying to post on my socials real
Oh.
Right.
fast and get all those filters out before you introduce me. I was like, oh, oh.
It's all good. We just trying to get everybody on because, like I said, sometimes when you take a break, a lot of people like think like, "Oh, you're gonna, you
Yeah.
know, oh, you quit already? You give up, brah? You give up? No, we didn't give up. We just,
Never,
just gotta
never.
take a break." Hey, you gotta say what's up to I think Kiala Kane. Saying what's up to you, Jake. Also, who else is here? Oh,
What's up,
Lanai's
Kiara?
checking in. Lanai.
Lanai, I wanna respect. Big up to Lanai, man. Thank you, that brother. And that guy has that's every time I tell everybody my mentors and my main mentor, I gotta say one of them is Lanai.
Yeah,
Thank you, love you, brother.
I it's such a weird thing, dude. Everybody within our generation, or even before or after, like James Cole, Eddie L, you, myself, Mark, everybody we've talked to has said Lanai is the guy
Chiggy
that
chiggy check, Lanai is in effect. For real.
I'm a real wild child. Dude, I never knew that song until I worked for him. He's like, dude, that's our intro to the show. You got to learn it. We sing along with it. I was like, do we really?
Or what about the kind, man? I know he's already listening. Happy birthday with Sanford and Son. Oh, happy birthday. Oh, happy.
Happy birthday
Or am I
to
like dating myself? Oh, it's your birthday. Nah, and the crew, because you
you.
really won. Was you? Oh, 17 right now. 17. Not even legal yet. 17.
So Lanai Tavura again. Love you, brother. I know he was talking to JQ, but I'm gonna tell you I love you too, Lanai.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely. A mentor for everybody. Like I said, he has a great lineage in Hawaii radio and also all forms of media. So I consider him the media king of Hawaii, and
Right.
definitely much respect out to him. And gotta give him a shout out for just taking the time out to listen to us tonight. So we are blessed by that. So we appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, and I love you, bro.
Well, so I mean, we're gonna get into J Kid's history. I'm sorry, dude, but you're J Kid to me, dude.
It's all good.
But
I'll always be that KY double D dog. It's all
right.
good.
But speaking of Lanai, like I was watching his Instagram feeds and all that, and even his Facebook. He's working with Chad Owen, doing like a fitness uh segment or like a fitness show. Kind of
Mhm.
remember like Galad, like where they
Oh,
do all that stuff on
body
the beach.
bodies in motion or
Wait,
something.
hold on. Wait, no. Body by Jake, dog.
Oh, body by
Body by Jake. But yeah,
Ah.
so he's doing that. Lanai's doing podcasts with dude, he's all over the place. So
Lanai
that's
is,
what we're trying to do. So
yeah, just trying to be like Lanai. Everybody wants to
right.
be like Lanai.
We need to ride his coattails. Come on, Lanai. Let us ride your
I know. Come
coattails
on, let
one
me
more
let you go there,
time.
dude.
One
I
more
hold the
time.
boom. I hold the boom mic on the side, dude. I don't care. I hold the boom mic.
That's all
So,
you guys, bro. That's all you guys.
Ah.
so but yeah, so normally when we have guests on the stream, we talk to some of the people in the chat room, and of course we have a lively chat room, dude. Oh, sometimes it's hard to get them to shut up, but we love it. You know what I mean? And so yeah, uh, what we wanted to do was get to know you, like where you're from, where'd you go to school at from like baby time days, who you got your Manapua man from, you know what I mean? Like what Manapua man came to your district, all that kind of stuff until recent, until what you're doing now and all that stuff.
Okay, we start off with the Manapua man. 6th Ave, in between St. Patrick's and Sacred Hearts. How's that one?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right there, in between the schools, in the two schools. Born and raised Kaimuki, Kapuhulu area. Went to Damien High School.
Did you graduate from Damien?
I thought you were just gonna say, "Did I graduate?" Yes, I graduated high school, and we'll leave it like that. Don't ask any further.
Right? No, I mean because one of
Yeah,
our listeners, Mitch, he's actually a graduate from Damien too. Like he played
really?
football and all that. Yeah. So that's
Yeah,
why I was like, oh, go Monarchs, bro. Right on.
I
So
graduated Damien when it was all boys. Never have girls yet. But, yeah, maybe some of them, but yeah, we'll leave that one at that too. Um, currently living on the Big Island. I'm the advisor over at the university, helping University Radio Hilo and teaching the kids to kind of tell them behave, don't be too wild. No, be like me. No, be like me, but no, be like
see,
me.
this is the reason why I love this. This is the reason why I love you, Jake. Is because most people go, okay, yeah, so I'm Manapua man. I went to the high school. Blah, blah. In high school, I did this. This is where I started my radio career, whatever. You just went from, yeah,
Graduate.
Manapua man in 6th Ave, and then I graduated, and then now I'm doing this.
Oh, you guys like no in between.
Yeah, this is an hour-long show, dude. We gotta spread
No
it out.
worry, no worry. Oh, we can. Okay, that's okay. We can backtrack.
Gotta rewind it. We gotta rewind it a bit.
Yeah, like what was your first job ever?
My first job. Oh, you guys would love this one. Popeye's chicken, bro. It's frying chicken.
Right on.
Actually, I maybe you guys might remember back in the day. She was a big volleyball star with the Rainbows. T. Williams.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro. She used to work with me, and boom. I remember her. I was her armrest. What's up, brother?
Now keep in mind, T. Williams is 6'4".
Yeah, I'm about on a good day with my boots, maybe about 5'6", 5'7". So yeah.
I would, you know what? You don't look it. I would say 5'9".
Oh,
All right.
Why, thank you.
filters, dog, filters.
Filters.
Yeah. First job, Popeye's chicken. Um,
What
yeah.
are, like, so first job, second job, third job, until you got to radio? Like,
Mhm.
what was your
Oh,
job history? Just like
first.
an in.
Oh, wow. This is like resume action.
Right, right.
Second job, I after that was working at the Gap, sales floor, stock boy, um, doing all that, and I was kind of already in the clubs, or well, not really in the clubs per se. I mean, I was in the clubs, but I was paying to get in, and I was
Mm.
dancing and hanging out all the time.
Mhm.
And I remember very vividly people like Doc Rock and JP and EP and
Oh yeah, yeah.
Galmichi and all of them. There's this one club on Nimitz, uh, Rhythm House, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, and I used to hang out there all the time, and I used to tell Doc them, I like try, I like try, I like try, and they're like, yeah, 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 and then one night Doc was like, yeah, if you get records, you can try. And lo and behold, I don't think he expected this, but I love to Doc Rock. I ran to my car, my Blazer. I had a crate. I used to come every night to the club with a crate. I came to cruise and chill, but I had a crate in the back, like just
Just
waiting.
in
Right?
case, right?
Just in case, bro. Like you never knew back in the days. This is before they had like mixed sets and sync button and all these controllers and all this kind of stuff. So, you know, the DJ had to go to the bathroom sometime or had to go get a drink or had to go and talk to that hottie in the corner and
Right.
you know, I like try. Yeah, go ahead. You got records you can try. Ran outside, came back in with a crate, and they were like,
Oh fuck. I
yeah, I
guess
don't
we
think
gotta let
yeah,
him do
I guess we
it.
gotta let them try now. So that like at first I was like the thing, Dwayne, you guys, Dwayne Oyama.
I don't know, man.
Oh yeah, all them guys, but they used to crack on me. Rick Rock, I like try, I like try. And the thing that's actually how I got my name, J Kid. I was the kid of the bunch. I was the young one. They actually had a milk crate for me to stand on because I was too short to get up there and touch the tables. But sitting in the club, yep, no, that's how it was. And you get the milk crate, and then a little bit comfortable. But
Right.
yeah, that's how I kind of got my start. Just kind of hung out from there. Met people like Lanai and ended up hanging out and just cruising. Knew Eddie L for a long time, moved around here and there. Ended up at
So,
places like Venus. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
well, yeah. So how? Okay. So your first gig was actually at Rhythm House, paid
Hmm.
or not. That was a hot spot back then, dude. Like
Oh,
when
yeah.
that thing was open, that line would be freaking ridiculous, dude. We
Hmm.
try to get in, there's no way we could.
Hmm.
So, um, how did you meet Eddie? Because you said you knew him for a long time, but how did you meet Eddie and that relationship that got you, you know, further in your career?
So, actually, one of my cousins back in the day dated Eddie for a little while.
Hmm.
So I kind of knew Eddie when I was maybe like fifth, sixth grade or so. Like,
Oh
real,
wow.
yeah. Like it was a while back, and I always knew the name. Always, sorry, I'm thirsty over here.
No, sorry, dude. I wish I had that right now, dude. I got water. Doo But
Cheers, dog. Cheers.
cheers.
So I was familiar with Eddie and him doing all his mixes, and I was the kid at home that used to sit with my headphones on and have the play and record button and the pause, waiting every Friday night, listening to the live mixes on the radio. And
Right, right.
I want to be like James Coase, and I want to be like all them cats, and just studying those mixes. It ended up where I had a gig at the Cellar, and Eddie was there. Eddie was the house DJ,
Hmm.
and it just kind of wrapped around that way. And Eddie and I worked at the Cellar for quite some time, and then we kind of went our ways away again. And then he jumped on the radio, and he had a chance at doing the night show
Yeah.
at I-94, and back in the day, okay, kids, this is how you get on the radio for real. They have these things called experiments. And you get on, this is before, like I said, before all the technology, and you sit on there from midnight to 4. And he had that chance to have that experiment, to get a chance to get on the night show, and he asked me to join him.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, so we hung out 12 to 4. It was like a regular club night for me. We were just having fun. Hadn't seen my friend for a while, cracking jokes and everything. Next morning, he calls me and he tells me, my boss wants to meet with us. He was already working there. He was doing some stuff, production side. He goes,
Oh, okay.
he goes, my boss wants to meet with us. So I was like, oh man, we done did it. I just messed it up for him and me. Like, so I walk in and he introduces me to this guy, Alan Oda, Master Yoda.
Master Yoda.
Another very influential guy. Love you, living in China right now. If he sees this, love you, Yoda.
Right.
Thank you for the opportunity and letting me get started. But Alan goes and sits us both down and tells Eddie and I that he's looking for a night show host, but he only has slot for one. But what he heard the night before, he liked so much that he was going to stick his neck out and offer 2.
Wow.
And
Dude, that's rare, dude. Wow.
and yeah, Alan goes, "You want?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." Birth of the Mixed Nuts.
The mixed nuts.
Yeah.
A little story about Alan though before you go on.
Mhm,
Yeah, he's living excuse me, living in China. But he's also associated with the you know those dolls, like those pop
the
dolls?
Funkos.
Funko
Yeah,
Pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funko Pop.
Funko
So
Pop.
he's running Funko Pop Asia. And
Don't tell my kids that he runs Funko Pop Asia. I might have to make a call to Uncle Alan.
right, you gotta be good. But the reason why I know this is because him and Lanai and
Mhm,
the Aloha plate,
mhm.
the food truck, they have their own Funko Pop.
Yep.
And I was actually there when they premiered it at the San Diego Comic Con. And I saw him and Doc Rock and Felipe and his brothers and all that.
Mhm.
And Baba B was playing, at their after party. Dude, it's pretty nuts. Dude. I still got in fact, I'm looking at it right now. I still got that set, that they all signed and everything. So, but yeah, so
Oh.
Alan's doing that. But yeah, shh, no tell your kids.
No, my daughter already look at me big eyes. I might have to make a call to China now and ask for some clothes.
Like, because I'm sorry, bro, sorry.
Sorry, China no see YouTube and Facebook and all that. They get blocking. Tech, what's up, Tech? How you, bruh?
Oh, Tech is
Yeah,
on.
sorry. No, I'm seeing Mark's throwing some comments up over there.
Yeah.
DJ
Oh,
Tech
okay.
needs respect. But yeah, that's how it started, and I was I was very blessed. Like I said, kids, how you get on the radio, like usually you got to do an internship and you got to pay your dues.
Right.
I was blessed. I came on one night and had fun with a friend and was offered a position, and it's been a hell of a ride ever since. So,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
definitely a rare occasion because
Mhm.
I can attest to that because I interned for how many years, and it's a grind usually, and to get on something like that quick, definitely a blessing for you guys, and
But
definitely you guys rocked it.
thank you. But you know what, bro? Guys like you, Mark, that were in the grind and pushed, like you guys were the ones that made us shine and made us look even better than what we were. So respect to you, Free, people like Dustin.
Right.
There's so many people.
Yeah, I can.
Usai, Pomai, and
Ulisai, Pomai,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
definitely all the bomb squad. Shout out all the bomb squad. I think Joel was in there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Boomba
Nutty.
Joe, Boomba
Nut-
Joe, Johnny.
Boomba.
Oh,
Oh, that's
that's
funny.
funny. But also say, I think that's your J Sky. Is that your
Yeah, this
friend
guy
tree?
is. Yeah, he's
Checking
actually
in.
in Japan.
Yeah.
My friend Aaron, he's like a rock star in Japan, dude. I'm not kidding, dude. Like full fledged, start from scratch. That was his band name, and they took over MTV Japan for a long time.
Damn.
For like a month, and
Mhm.
he just checked in. So mahalo from Japan and from Las Vegas. and from Hawaii and from San Diego, California. Hopefully, we can get you on the show soon. But yeah, anyway, J Kid.
Yo.
So you Alan Order gave you
Eddie.
and Erio
Hmm.
a little like, you know what, we're gonna take a chance on you. And I mean, how successful was the mixed nuts, dude? Like that was an insane time.
You, you know, in hindsight, that was hella crazy. Um, not knowing anything coming into radio, not knowing anything, I did not know how crazy our numbers and our following was, and
Mm,
all of that. I mean, yeah, to go from nothing to the number one listen night show to having, you know, close to 250,000, maybe even more people listening at once at night.
right?
Right.
I
I
mean,
mean, when was your time slot?
seven to midnight.
So from 7 to midnight in the state of Hawaii, there's over 200,000 people listening to your show, dude. Like that's insane numbers. Like
Yeah, I mean, even to this day, that's unfat. Like I can't. I don't even.
Yeah.
I like, bro. What do you say?
right?
Right. Right. You
Like
I
gotta,
mean,
and like everyone listening out there, especially the younger people, like you gotta imagine this is before social, like the social media boom. This is, before all that stuff. Like so, no, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not.
I'm glad there was no social media back then, dude,
Oh
because
yeah.
I would have no excuses to like reprimand my kids for real.
No,
right,
yeah, yeah.
right.
But I'm saying like this is before like that kind of free media was out there. So
Mhm.
like the way media was consumed was like you want to hear the music, it came from the radio, it came from the DJs. So it was very a leveraged
Yeah.
media back in the day. So that's why what I mean, people would consume music straight from the radio. You couldn't just go somewhere and download it. So that
Well,
that was the power of it back then. So
yeah, there was no social media. There was nothing. There was no YouTube. So we were breaking the hits still. Like what
Right.
we were playing was gold. If we said it was good, it was good. If we said it was bad, it was bad. Like
mhm.
that's so funny. I was just thinking about it. I had done an interview about 2 years back or so with Kathy with a K, and
Oh
I
wow.
was
Ooh,
I
wow.
was kind of listening to that, and we were talking about it, and I had shared that. Mark, you probably remember this
Mhm.
when the mixed nuts actually started. It was an election year,
Right, right.
and
Oh
we
yeah,
did
yeah, we did that
the
stunts,
vote
right?
the vote
Yeah.
mixed nuts. We did stunts,
Right,
bro.
right.
When we would
Oh,
we would put people in between the sign waivers of all the vote for
mhm.
this people, and in between we got the radio people vote mixed nuts, vote Eddie L, vote
right.
J Kid, like then you know I when I think about it, and when I try to explain it, like you said, free, like thank you for that wonderful introduction, but like I can speak, but sometimes talking about this and trying to put the success, or just put, I'm not even gonna say success, just to put my ride into words, like I can't. It's like, I guess the best way I can put it is like trying to tell somebody what it's like to have a kid. Like you can't even explain what it is
Right.
to have a kid until you say like, yo, that kid's popped out, and like I told you so, that's what it is. I can never every
Mm.
emotion in the world.
right.
Yeah. So
Well, I mean, mixed nuts was it pulled in numbers like I can't say like a morning show because morning shows are ridiculous. 700,000. You know what I mean?
hmm
Everybody's going to work,
hmm
but at night there's so many. At that time, there's only like really two options. Well, three options. You can go out, get stoned, or you can, watch TV. You can watch Seinfeld, or you can watch whatever shows on, and you can listen to the radio. Now, the reason why I say in that order is because Hawaii back then was you can go out at night without getting stabbed. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
hmm
So people would go out, they go cruise Waikiki, they do whatever, um, and then most of the time TV was so dominant. But with your guys' show, people were like, "Yeah, nah, turn the TV off. Like, I want to hear this." right? And so it got to the point where like your numbers are crazy. Like I never honestly, other than working for Lanai as a producer, not an intern. I'm not an intern, but Lanai's producer. So working for Lanai, once my shift was done, I'd stick around for a little while, for the next shift, whatever. But I'd leave. I wasn't
Mhm.
really into radio that much because I had like three girlfriends and I had to, go to each one and have dinner.
Balance it all.
I can say it now, but and then also I had work at night and all this kind of stuff. And the night was midday,
Mhm.
so like I had to, kind of bide my time with all these different elements. But
Mhm,
but
mhm.
for people that are at home, they tend to be like, oh, just turn the TV on, see what happens. With you guys, I mean, that show was ridiculous, dude. I was like, I gotta listen to these guys. Your show, and I think Sam and Fresca,
Simon Fresca.
when they had intern Cliff on,
Mhm,
that
mhm.
that's another show that I was like dedicated to. But yeah, that I wasn't into radio, but I remember listening to you guys all the time, dude.
Thank you, bruh.
So
Thank you. And I mean, it's a different time too. There's so many different radio stations, and there's so many different options. Like when we were on, there's only a few options. I mean, maybe that's a good thing. We had less competition, but like, I mean, e- even after I-94 and all of that, moving to Island 98.5 and making that switch, like that was a whole nother freaking hell of a ride. Like,
right. So tell us
um,
more about that, though.
so how how that went down was the radio stations, the group of radio stations that made up the company was in two different buildings, and we had combined buildings, and they started to kind of, some of the stations weren't doing so well, so they wanted to kind of downsize or move their chess pieces, so to say. And at the time, there was only one local radio station, KCCN, and his name's going to come up again, Lanai. um, they started to make a switch, and they wanted to do an island reggae station. And he approached me, and he's like, um, "You want in?" And I was like, "Sure. What do you need?" He's like, "Well, I'm looking for something, someone. I'm looking for, just someone to join the team." I was like, "I'm down." And so I actually started working there even before the station was on. It was me, K Smooth, and him. Pretty much that's all I knew at the time. It was the three of us. Um, and we were working to put the station together. I was helping them find music and just grabbing all the old reggae stuff that I knew from, from being around it and from the influences. And I actually ended up being the first voice of that station. When that station opened up, it was maybe Halloween of 1999, right around there, right before like 2000. Um, yeah, the first time the microphones opened and a DJ spoke on Island 98.5,
Wow,
that was my voice.
that
Even
was you.
yeah, I'm the first voice of Island 98.5.
See, again, this is so interesting because I didn't know that. Because Island 98.5,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Kale Moore was
Right,
he
Kale.
was the Kale. Yep.
Um, but I didn't know that you actually helped, like, actually build this radio station by putting
Mm-hmm.
together the music, all that kind of stuff, doing some research, and actually, like, I didn't know that you and I and all that started Island 985. I didn't know that, man. Holy crap. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I talk to my niece and my nephews. They're like, yeah, 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 whatever. My kids are like, yeah, 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 whatever. Your dad, but I mean, I guess that's one in my back pocket. Yeah, that's I can.
that,
I guess
that's
I can rest
amazing,
on
dude.
that. Yeah.
I mean, okay, so every time I go to Hawaii, I don't want to hear hip hop music because I can hear it all day, every day here. You know.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
when my mom, she got the old school, you got to press the button in the car, right?
Mhm.
and first thing I go to is 98.5. You know, so even to this day, your legacy lives on because you and Lanai, and I gotta hand it to Lanai, dude. That guy, when he sees talent, he'll give you the
Yeah.
opportunity. And if you
Mhm.
take it, you take it. If you don't, then you screwed. But if he sees talent in you, he'll give you that opportunity. And that's what he did with you. So, like with your talents, music and all this kind of stuff, and he knows that you can be an on-air personality, that you do a good show, all this kind of stuff. Production, everything to do at radio. To be honest with you, um, it's just blowing my mind. I never knew that, dude. Like 1985. So when you're kids, if I ever talk to your kids, I'll set them straight. So, bro, your dad, he's a legend because he did something like this. He helped make 985,
Mhm.
and to this day that legacy continues. They haven't changed the format. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? It's all Hawaiian all the time, right? So they haven't changed to like hip hop or like country music and all that kind of stuff. So, for your legacy to in music still be going on to this day, that's a hard nut to crack, dude. Like
Thank
because you did all of that and you built the Hawaiian music and the reggae and all that stuff for 985 until this day is still going. Brah, I'll give you a hug right now.
you. Virtual hugs, boo. Virtual
A
hugs.
virtual
You
hug.
know, that's that's so funny because actually, when the station first started, uh, Lanai eventually ended up bringing over Eddie L.
Yeah.
Who else was there? Tati, Pomai, John James, and all of them. The deal was, if in the first year of Island being out, if we could become number one, they would do something fat for us. And took that challenge on, and we ended up going number one and smoking KCCN and smoking KSSK and everybody. Like they didn't even expect it. We went number one in 6 months.
Damn, dude. KSSK.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
again,
in our market, we went number one in 6 months. They
wow.
took the whole staff to Vegas, all expenses paid.
Really? Like, where'd you guys stay? At the
Um,
plaza.
I don't, because it's such a blur right now, honestly, because it started with double crown shots at every place we went. I remember getting there and I remember getting back. Thanks to Luna.
He's like, like
That's the main thing.
Yeah.
all your
No, no,
luggage is at the
amazing.
California, but you're thinking I'm staying at Golden Nugget.
Yeah, no, I will, like that's the thing too. Like that was the first time for me ever to Vegas too. And I remember
Oh,
Rodney Villanueva was on the crew, Lanai,
yeah,
and
yeah,
there's a bunch of people, bro. I remember them shooting craps and they were shooting against the front door of the was that the pilot's door? They
yeah,
closed
yeah.
the door right, but they're shooting craps against the door, bro. And I was like, what the hell is all this commotion in first class? And I look up and it's Lanai and all them like but they was rolling. They were rolling even before we was up in Vegas. But yeah, no, that was yeah. Like I said, I have been very blessed to be able to experience some really crazy and amazing accomplishments
Yeah,
that just totally leave me speechless. Like I can't even put it to words. I just gotta say thank you, Mahalo Keakua, for all of the blessings that I've been bestowed.
damn, dude. I can't even imagine like going from zero, literally
Hmm.
zero,
Hmm.
to number one, in your demographic and all that. Taking the station to number one, going to Vegas, first time to Vegas, you're seeing so much crap going down. I mean, literally craps in the airplane, um, and all this kind of stuff. But I mean, so you had a really good career in the nightclub scene, in the what you call that, the radio scene. But what made you decide I want to take a break from this? What
Yeah.
made you decide that this crazy lifestyle is, it's not doing it for me anymore? Like what made you decide that?
Um.
What you got, baby?
No, that's funny. That's funny that you asked that because there's been a few times that I've tried to say thank you very much. The ride has been awesome, and I've tried to let it go, but it keeps finding me. Um. I don't know if it's done, to be honest. I mean, the next chapter for me is I'm, like I said earlier in the introduction,
Mhm.
I'm the advisor at University Radio Hilo, and now I mean, holy camole, I, mm, a lot of my students don't know this, but if they're gonna watch this, they're gonna know this now. Nothing but a high school diploma, and I'm advising college kids on how to be radio talent and how to manage a radio station and how to do production and all that kind of stuff. Like, right, again, unheard of. Like, I'm speechless. I thank you for the blessings. Like, that's all I can say. Like, yeah, it's crazy, and that's funny too because I was working at a radio station in Hilo, and the college actually, some of the students, I knew some students at the time that were there, and they asked if I would be their advisor, and I went back to my corporate people and I told them, "Yo, the college is looking for an advisor. They're asking me like, what's up?" They're like, "No, that's a conflict of interest. Your advisors are your advertisers and all these people that sponsor you are going to want to follow you to the college, and we're going to lose money. You're going to have to choose what you want."
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
So first time I actually told the college, "Sorry, I can't do it," because I didn't want to risk that.
Right.
Um, they came back at me again the second time, and I got the same answer from the corporate sector, and I I mean, I already had my three kids at the time, and just at my place in life, I actually at that point told corporate, "Sorry, I'm gone," and you know, I used to hang out at KTUH with people like Min One, Derica, Sam, and all
Yeah.
those guys, and I knew what it was like to hang out in college radio, and it's always been fun. It's always been a blessing for me.
Right. Right.
Um, uh, I wanted to give back, and I wanted to share what I've been blessed with those, because for me, maybe I could find that next one that could be like me, or
Right.
just take that ride and just. I mean, if I don't share my knowledge, it's going to be lost, and that's a loss.
No, dude. That's great, dude.
So
Um.
I told corporate, "Sorry," and I'm gone. And ever since, I've been with the University of Hawaii at Hilo, and I actually helped them to get their FCC license and build their radio station there. So yeah, if you ever hear of the University of Radio Hilo getting some FCC dings, my name will be associated with that too. I don't know that. I've learned a little too much. Not like me. That's why I say not like me, kids.
Right.
Not
Not
like
like you
me.
do. Do what
Alright.
I say, not what I do.
Yeah, exactly. As I grab my beer and take a sip.
That's definitely a great story right there, and a great inspiration to the kids out there. And I'm surprised. Like, is there like this is a question for you? Is there like a big interest in learning radio broadcasting in Hilo?
Um, yeah, actually, no, that's funny with COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely, because
Right.
the
Yeah.
students are looking to get out and express themselves.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird, it's an interesting. Sorry, I'm going to take that weird word back. It's an interesting, very interesting generation.
Mm-hmm.
With all the topics that are out there and the way the world is, they just want to be heard.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much bullshit out there right now, and so much going on, and so much distraction. Like, they're not dumb, bruh. This generation is not
Right.
dumb. Yo, if I can share that with this next generation, like, speak your mind, be free, don't be afraid. I'm gonna say his name again. Like my mentor Lanai said, and this is the best piece of advice I was ever given: be yourself and believe in yourself. Like, they
There
know
you
the
go.
bullshit. They see the bullshit, bruh. Like, and they ain't having it. And like, it's a beautiful thing to see. It really is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with this generation, there's so much information out there, literally in the palm of your hand. This
Mm-hmm.
cell phone, you have every info, like any kind of information. You can you know, you can have like literally scientifically, theoretically, everything. And they're not stupid. They know how to get on there, and they in fact they know how to get on there better than I do. Um, and yeah, like you said, like for them to try and express themselves or try to they have a voice, and radio still provides that voice. So, um, I do have a question.
Mhm.
What made you move to Hilo? Because you're having such. I mean, I don't know what you were doing in on Oahu before you moved to Hilo, but I mean, you already had 3 kids and all that kind of stuff. Like,
Mhm.
what made you say, I think Hilo's a good place?
So to be bluntly honest, I lost my job at 98.5 because they honestly, what corporate said was they thought I was making too much money for the position I was in,
Gee,
and they couldn't. They thought that they could just pull me out and bring in somebody else, and the sponsors would stay and the money would follow and stay. Um, I tried applying to other radio stations, and my name was so strongly associated with Island 98.5, nobody wanted to take me on.
right.
Um, so I did a total 180. My ex-wife's family lived on the Big Island, and I started hanging drywall for a few years and working construction. I went totally underground. Um, I sold all my records, sold my turntables, sold everything. Yeah, talk about heart. I
Yeah.
cried. I cried. I totally
Yeah,
cried.
yeah,
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I sold everything, um, and vowed to myself that it would never be. We were married at the time, and when the shit hit the fan, um, I only knew one way, and I went back to radio, made a few calls in Hilo, and started that run, and that's what got me where I am now. So
hmm. So Hilo, like being on radio in Hilo, that kind of gave you a resurgence of who you are. Because I hate to say it, dude. I mean, I don't hate to say it. I love to say it. You're one of the best I've seen on radio. You know what I mean? Like you've done everything in radio, from from putting together. I mean, literally running and putting together a successful radio station, doing it again, and then now you're advising, um, advisor.
well, can I brag a little more?
Yeah, please do, man. You know what
Oh
I mean?
shit, I don't normally do it like this, but so yeah, I made a couple of calls to some people on the radio stations in the Big Island and started talking, and they're like, "Yeah, who are you? What the hell? And you don't know what you're talking about. Come on, stop blowing smoke up our ass and whatever." Long story short, there was a station that was a hip hop station, and they weren't doing too good in sales, and uh, at that time they had brought on somebody, and somebody had some financial interest in the station who was a salesperson with uh, the station group in Oahu.
Hmm.
And he remembered me, and he told these people, "You better watch out for this boy and trust him." And they asked, they were looking to blow up the station, blow up meaning change the format and
Right.
redo everything. And they asked me to help them restart the station as an island reggae station.
Oh, perfect.
Um, yeah, so I told them, all right. And yeah, what was the beat in Hawaii
Yeah.
on the Big Island? The beat changed to native FM. I was humbly extremely pivotal in making that station become number one as an island reggae station. Um, Similarly, again, I started making too much money, and
They
yeah,
like,
they let me go, and the station is now a hip hop station again, and it's no longer called native; it's back to the beat.
dude. I mean, I don't understand. Okay, this is what I don't understand about corporate. You got something good,
Babylon,
and
yo. Babylon.
right, but right, like they got something good. They got something like, I mean, just producing freaking printing your own money, right?
Mhm.
The person that's doing that for you, they're like, oh, we don't need him anymore because we got so much money. We don't need him anymore because we got sponsorships,
Mhm.
right? And then they get rid of that person, and then they're like, okay, so this isn't working anymore. Let's try hip hop again, or let's try country or whatever. Like they don't understand, like especially in Hawaii, like native FM and 98.5. There's a reason why they're successful. Just like KSSK, KCCN, especially KCCN, um, because it's like Hawaii people listen to Hawaii music. You know what I mean? You go to Texas, you got freaking, Blake Sheldon and whoever. You
Mhm.
know, I
Mhm.
love this bar, that dude. You know, so again, I don't understand
Oh,
how they do that to people, but
I
it's
mean,
corporate.
I mean, it is what it is. Because I wouldn't be what I am today if it wasn't for all of those challenges. Like,
Right.
True.
where would I be if it was that easy? I don't know, and I don't want to know.
Right.
So, so are you married now?
Negative.
No.
Mhm.
So how did you how did you meet your girl? Did you meet her in Hilo?
No, actually, go figure. I met her in the clubs. Oh, wait. My ex-wife.
No, not the ex, not the ex. She
I
gone.
don't have I don't have a girlfriend either. I'm single.
Oh, for real? I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Whoa. Is that a whole nother show?
It
No,
might
brother.
be. I'm
That might be
sorry.
that'd be a
No,
whole
it's
nother
fine.
show.
No, bro, it's all good. It's all
It
good.
says here that you are the father.
Oh, man, we're gonna have to charge admission first. How's that?
so so
Oh
now you're in
boy.
Hilo.
Mhm,
Um, before like well, ever since you were in Hilo, after the Jawa, you went right into radio again. So
mhm.
ever since you moved to Hilo, you've been pretty much into radio, at certain levels.
Yeah,
Um,
for the most part, yeah.
so I mean, how do you see the radio, um, I guess, landscape in Hilo? Because it is a small market. No offense, but Hilo's
Mhm.
small, and the
Mhm.
only thing else is Kona, and that's like 200 miles that way. You know,
Right.
and there's only like, well, now there's two roads, but there's only one road, and if you hit the deer, the bug will stink for like 2 weeks. But um,
He's probably
so
so
but like
I taught my students a new word like last week or maybe a week and a half ago.
yeah,
Mhm.
Spoiler station.
Mhm.
spoiler station. Explain that to the people that don't know. Like I know, but explain it to the people that don't know. Like Mark don't know. No,
Man,
I don't
hey, haters make me famous. Nah.
know.
Uh, um, so a lot of times in um, just like in TV, radio stations they look for everything is on ratings, and you make your money on ratings. The higher your ratings
Mhm.
are, the more you can charge for advertising and all of that. Um, College stations do not fall under that because they're all nonprofit, but
Mhm.
they still count in the ratings. So, um, for example, KTUH in Oahu. Um,
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to take that back. I love KTUH and I love University of Manoa, but KUHH, University Radio Hilo. We still fall under the ratings on the Big Island, um, and the more people we can get to listen to us takes from the corporate radio stations, which means their numbers come down, which means they can't charge so much for advertising.
Right.
Um, I told my kids my goal is to see them one day bigger than the corporate stations.
Oh yeah. I
Mhm.
mean,
Spoilers,
how
right? Spoiler. Um,
spoiler.
well, I can't say this one too loud because my niece is here listening, but it's called cock blocking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely. That would be a
No,
kick in the
I
head
mean,
for sure.
I say that very lightly though, because I have a lot of friends in the corporate sector still,
Right.
and I'm very connected. So, um, it's a goal for it's motivation for the students more than anything,
Yeah.
because my goal is to get them connected with the people that I know throughout the industry,
Right.
be it on the Big Island or anywhere across the nation that I know if they want to go and they want to try.
I
Yeah.
mean, see, now that Mark knows what a spoiler station is,
Whatever. I think it was self-explanatory there, but
right.
maybe Free thought it was something else.
I thought it was like what you got trailers and you get to watch the new like Top Gun movie. But yeah, so like as a spoiler station, that's a great way to look at it because if you can take your students, the people that really love this industry,
Mhm.
and
Right.
put them up against corporate and just kind of beat them down, right? And so that their advertising goes down or whatever. When they graduate, when they move on to the actual corporate sector, they can say we were a little Hilo radio station that basically changed the game. And when
Uh,
they and when Clear Channel or whatever looks at that, they're like, yeah, you actually did. These numbers are
well,
ridiculous. So
well, I wouldn't really say take it to them like that. It's just giving them that confidence that know that they can stand with the big boys. Like
yeah,
it's not even about trying to spite nobody, nothing. Because like I would like to feel that my name is gold in the industry, and if one of my students were to come, like I ain't gonna just bless any student and give them my okay and oh yeah, I was under Jake at this and da 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 da. Like no
right,
way. Like if I'm gonna stick my neck out for a student, like it's gonna be somebody that I believe in that I think is gonna be able to actually hold that and stand up against that. But like to say a spoiler station and challenge them to be a spoiler station is just to show them that they can stand up and they can
right,
yeah. I mean the only difference between me and them or between all of us is time.
Mhm.
right, right.
I mean, that's another thing that I learned, you know? I mean, right? I've been in the game. Some of these kids are probably made listening to me on the radio, to be honest. Like, I mean, yeah, like it's just time. You just got to give it
Dude,
time.
dude,
Mhm.
it's so funny that you brought up KTUH
Mhm.
because back in the days, man, KTUH. I mean, they had like alternative rock shows. Like back in the
Mhm.
days, dude, I was all about like Guns N' Roses and Jane's Addiction. Dancehall Crashers and like, all these
Mhm.
underground bands, huh?
No,
And
yeah,
so
for real. Yep.
they're the only ones that are playing that. You know, like you couldn't, especially at night when they could swear. Oh my God, all of us would just gather into a room. We're all smoking weed and we all stink and we all sweaty because it's Hawaii and the humidity sucks. But we're all listening to KTOH, just listening to, you know, Dot Dot Steely once when I was 5. Dude, just yeah, rock out, fucking like Smashing
I,
Pumpkins.
I'm, I'm glad you said that. That was your state when you were listening and not in the studio because I've had to
Oh
deal.
no,
No, I've had to deal with that before, and that's not a fun one to deal with.
oh that is not
Mhm.
fun, dude.
Not at all. Having some kids stoned in the studio thinking that's all cool.
Bro,
Negative.
no, like get the hell
No,
out.
no, not on my watch. Not on my watch.
Like I'd actually go to the dorms, because when you sell weed, you got to go to the dorms. So
I
I
don't know
used to go to the
about
dorms and
that.
just
Sorry.
I don't know nothing about that life. Um, but yeah, dude, you just listen to K2H, and I love the fact that you're keeping that spirit going, dude. Like, Hilo. I never even thought about it. Now I got to go on the website and everything and check that out. But
Mhm.
for Hilo to have that kind of like radio station format, dude, now I got to check it out, dude. You're getting me giddy about radio again.
Hopefully soon. Right now, we're working on it, and yeah, we'll be online real soon.
Right on.
We're with all this COVID stuff. That's another one waiting for the
Yeah.
bureaucracy, all the paperwork to go through, so that we can get our
Right.
stuff
Get everything open. But
on.
damn, dude. Like, okay, so now you're in Hilo. You're doing your thing. You're on the radio. Um, Again, I kind of wanna touch base on like what made you do the decisions that you made in your life. Like a lot of people when they go to, I hate to say it, but when they're like, "Oh, my life sucks," I just got fired, whatever. I find God. God help me through it, all this kind of stuff. But your journey is not like that. Like with Eddie L, Mr. Butterfingers himself. Um, um,
Love you,
he found,
Eddie.
I know, love you, Eddie. But he found a different reason. He found a different way of looking at things through the religion. Like, was there any point in time where you were like that, or you were just like, nope, I'm just gonna just work?
You know, honestly, I'm gonna put it this way. I don't go to church, but I'm a very spiritual person.
Okay.
Um, I don't go to the house, but I pray, and I give thanks for my blessings all the time. Um, it's always been like that. I've grown up like that. Sorry, I'm trying to plug in my phone because I'm like trying to multitask and make sure that everything is all good, and I'm at the same time and following
Dude,
along.
don't even
Um,
worry about it. Half of our guests, like they for some odd reason their phone is like Mark's phone, like on 2% all the time. Like
well,
because Mark's phone
mine,
is like that too, dude.
mine's has been good, but it's been plugged in. Like I don't know, it's acting wonky right now. I'm, I
Excuse me.
bless you, no bless you. I've always given thanks for my gifts, and I've always recognized, going back, I've never done an internship, um, no formal training, no nothing. It's a God given, it's a blessed talent that I have. It's a gift that I have, and I recognize that it can be taken from me at any time. Um, I've tried to run from it. It comes back and it finds me. Um, best answer I can give is throw my hands in the air and say, I don't know. Thank you.
I don't know how it happened. So
I
who actually taught you how to DJ though? Like learning 32 beats and all that kind of stuff.
um the real technical side of it,
Yeah.
honestly, Eddie L. Learning how to count beats and learning. I mean, I've always done music. Eddie, I love you, brah. I miss you every day. Respect mixed nuts for life. Word.
Mhm.
Um, you know, I I I took piano. I learned piano lessons, so I can read and write music. I can read.
Wow.
Yeah. Um, as far as counts and learning to break it down into bars and stuff like that, I have to give that to Eddie. Um, yeah,
Damn,
I,
dude.
I,
Well,
I, I don't know. I mean, I don't
I
know.
mean, you learn from a legend, dude. So, yeah,
Yeah.
Hey,
but I remember okay, so I'm gonna start telling stories because I know you want to drink. So,
no, no, it's all good. Actually, hold on. Wait, let me mute because I'm gonna ask my niece a question, and like I don't know if it's appropriate.
okay, okay. When I first met J Kid, it was at Venus nightclub. It was actually at Juliana's before it was Venus nightclub, and Good Vibe was telling me, like, dude, can everybody hear me now?
Oh, I can hear you. Sorry, I
Yeah,
just
Okay,
I get it fine.
okay.
actually I'm thirsty over here.
So good Vibe was telling me, oh, this is J Kid. His name is Jay. He goes, oh, J Kid, what's up, dog? I was like, what's up, man? And so I was sitting in the DJ booth because J Kid was like he was emceeing and DJing and all that at Juliana's and Venus, like early days of Venus, but he was moving on to other things, and so that's where I got tapped to host the shows and do the music and all this kind of stuff. But before that, Vi was actually telling me, dude, you gotta listen to what he does, like because he scratches and all that. And for me, learning from Richie Aki, his philosophy, like nightclub DJ, was tricks are for kids. Don't do that. People want to listen to the music. And I was like, okay. So I never learned how to scratch. Never. To this day, I'm still doing like the okay, anyway. So um
Baby scratches all the way, dog. That's all I
dude, and
got.
so he's like, dude, GK, come here, come here, come here. And you put on a record and it blew my freaking mind, dude. I never saw this happen. He was doing lifts and at the same time doing pitch lifts, and he did the Star Wars Imperial March. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Holy crap, dude! I swear to God, I have to go to the bathroom and just jerk off. It was crazy. Like I've never seen that in my life. Now, this is before I saw Q Rid and all those guys, right? But J Kid actually blew my mind. I think it was the first night I met you when you probably don't remember because back then it was
I was probably drunk.
especially Dusan. Here, honey, have Crown Royal.
Oh
um,
my
but
gosh!
yeah,
So
dude, when
speaking
you're
of
doing the
Crown
lift,
Royal, oh boy,
and I was like,
yeah.
how is he doing this? Because you're doing lifts and the pitch at the same time, and I was like, how the hell is he doing this? And like it was just a regular record. I don't know what record you used. Maybe it was like DJ Rectangle's Scratch Battle records. Or I don't know what it was, but you kept. I was like, oh.
Oh, Rectangle never even have records back then.
But yeah, I was like, he was actually doing this the Star Wars Imperial March, and it just blew my mind. That's how I remember you, you
Right,
know, and
respect free.
dude, and then I did not I did a drawing because I remember back then. Good Vibe was a happy face, Good Vibe. I was
Mm-hmm.
an alien. I was doing the aliens and all that stuff. But you had a droopy.
I was a little droopy, stony little guy.
He's like, dude, could you draw me a droopy on top of a stool? Because back in the days, you had to stand on just to get to the. So I was like, all right, I just found that drawing somewhere in my closet because I was looking for my
Dude, I still have that. I still
dude.
have that drawing. I love it. Yes,
So
bro.
I was like,
You're gonna make me strip real fast, and I'm gonna have to show off my like scrawny
right,
little
show it off,
arms.
dude. Show it off.
Huh?
I'll give you music. Da 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 da
Okay,
da
no, for real.
da
'Cause-
da da.
Okay, no, okay. All y'all don't need like DJ Free. Okay, we're not trying to be sexy. Well, yeah, we're trying to be sexy right
Yeah,
now.
we
But
trying to be sexy.
yeah, DJ Free, like he's done some art. I should just say, check my Facebook. I should push it to the socials instead of stripping.
Yeah, check your Facebook. Go look at
drop,
Jake.
drop
Jake
five,
Break.
drop $5 right now because like my shirt's anyway. I'm not even gonna do it.
Yeah.
Check the socials. You can see pictures. Yeah, I actually have some DJ Free art on me. Free did some work. It's a wave that's inclusive of a whole lot of stuff that's representative of my life. Some headphones, a tape. Yeah. If you
Well,
all know what tape is, and there's actually a kanji and the heart, the love of music and
Mm.
spirit and all that kind of stuff. It's yeah. Thank
Yeah,
you
well,
for
I'll post it. See, okay, well, back in the days, I used to do this series called "The Soul of dot dot dot." So I did one for a Good Vibe, and he actually had it tattooed on his forearm.
Mhm.
I did one for my friend Jax. I did one for whatever girlfriend I was dating. Um, I mean, let's be honest, dude. Like back then, you know what I mean.
They
And
have a word for those kinds of guys now.
yeah,
I can't say it because my niece is right here. But,
right. But yeah, so and when J Kid was like, "Dude, I love this thing, but can you make it into the wave like the tsunami wave from Japan?" I was like, "Yeah, let me check it out." Like, give me. I used to tell people, "Give me 7 things that describe yourself." And he was like, "Well, there's a cassette tape because the mixtapes that I used to do, and the on air, what is it called, like check."
microphone.
Yeah,
Mhm.
microphone because I MC my love of music and all this stuff. So I put it inside the wave and but dude, it's actually a pretty dope design. I looked at it the other day. I was like, yeah, I don't know if I can draw like that anymore, but it was pretty badass though. So
Yo, bro, don't even go there, dog. Because the next one, I'm gonna have to ask for an autographed picture of some of your designs so I can hang it up in my house and say that I know DJ Free.
do whatever you want, man. I'll send it to you. So, but yeah, so and so now you're doing your the radio in Hilo.
Mhm.
What do you do outside of radio? Like, do you cook? Do you? I mean, it's Hilo, dude. Do you like pig farm? I don't. I don't know.
um, yes, I cook because if I don't cook, I don't eat. No, actually, no. Actually, I love to cook. I love to cook. That's funny that you say that. Uh, I've actually thought about a couple of times maybe doing something. I was doing smoked meat for a little while, but everybody in the Big Island does smoked meat, so um, that's kind of a hard game to get into. So I
Right.
can just jump back to mixing and music, and I don't know the latest one with COVID and all that because that was some crazy stuff. I was running a business with a partner of mine's, Jace Takea,
Oh,
Eclipse
Brother
Effect.
Jace. Brother Jace.
Yeah, but
Eclipse.
Jace, Eclipse Effect Entertainment. Yeah, when COVID hit, bro, we lost like the entire year of our business in
22 gigs gone.
in like 2 days. Like it was like, I mean, bro, you want to talk about breaking up with a girlfriend and being heartbroken and wanting to die and just like kill yourself and like I still feel like that. And it's like 6 months later.
Right.
Um, yeah, it's been crazy. Tried to tried to morph it a little. Um, watch Joe crazy and
Right.
knocking videos and knocking it down. Was gonna make that jump to Twitch, but then same thing. All of that, all that Babylon stuff. And
Well,
yeah,
I'm gonna take a little break because I normally do this when we go over an hour. I gotta pee.
you gotta go
So
shishi. Yeah,
I gotta go
yeah,
shishi, bro.
wait, oh, wait,
So
hold on. No, hold on, because you know when me and Eddie started,
wait,
we
bro, my leg's shaking already.
no, check it. Okay, you lose then. You lose. Go, go, go. I got come on.
Okay,
Go,
I'll come back. I'll
go,
come back.
beat
I'll
it.
come back.
Go,
I'll come back. I'll come
go,
back.
go,
Oh, my
go.
God.
So when me and Eddie started, we used to or that first night when me and Eddie started, we we did this game called the Shishi Challenge. It was it was 12 to midnight, no for real, bro. And we just did uh we had coffee and we all just drank coffee. Both of us just drank coffee. And the person that had to go shishi lost. And that was the game. And it ended up I mean, I don't know if anybody went during the show, but the show ended up where we both went and nobody went through the whole show. Um, and that's how we ended up being the mixed nuts and getting crazy. But that's so funny that Brother Man did that because that's classic. I stay holding mines over here too. But
Right.
I
So what,
win.
was that
I
a on was
win.
that an
I
on air thing? Was that a
win. Yeah, no, it was during our experiment. That was our
right, right,
experiment on that was our proving that we could do a show and be crazy and have fun. And
right,
it was
right.
the Shishi challenge, Eddie. If you're listening, bro, I
Boy,
share that with my students too, and they laugh. But,
it's gonna be like the next big social media thing, like all those challenges. It'll be the shishi challenge
oh,
on
bro, you know what, Mark, mark that right now. Mark that right now because if there's any monetary value out of that, he is making something out of that. I want 20%.
Okay, we'll see what. Oh wait, we're gonna bring free back in.
No, you
Oh,
right. You lose. You
bro, you
lose
guys
already,
talking
dog. You
shit.
lose. You lose already, dog. You lost.
Right, you guys talking shit already. God, it was
No,
only like
no,
1 minute.
no. No, we was talking shishi. We wasn't. No, we was talking shishi. You good?
What?
You still lose. Oh wait. By the way, your hat. My sister would love your hat. I she's trying to put my niece to bed because she gets scooped. But yeah, 49er fans.
Yo, yeah, Niner Nation, baby.
Yeah.
But they had a big win against Patriots.
Oh, yeah. What about next week, bro? How's next week?
Who do you
How's
play?
next? But what? Bro, you're in 49ers fan. You don't even know who they play next week.
Dude, okay, so this is my ranking. There's Florida State, the college Florida State Seminoles, and then like 100 feet down, there's 49ers, and then Blackhawks, like the Chicago Blackhawks, the hockey team, and everybody else. Dude, for me, it's all about FSU. So
Oh,
when they lost big time against Louisville, I turned the TV off.
Okay, I'm not gonna tell you that they're playing Seattle then next week. Seahawks.
They're gonna dose Seattle. I'm not worried. They're gonna
Oh,
dose Seattle.
oh,
I know you guys
hold on, wait,
connected to Seattle, but
hold on. Let me check my comments. Yeah, I gotta look my comments over here.
right? Look, Kimberly Freitas, she's like 49ers, baby. Woo!
What's up, cousin Kim? How are you, cousin? Oh yeah, but they lost to my the Dolphins.
I
Oh,
know.
oh, we just
Really.
gonna open up on a whole nother. Yeah, oh, I think I
Yeah,
gotta
losing to
take off
the
my shirt and change the subject again.
right. The funny thing is like 49ers losing to the Dolphins, it's like losing to like McKinley High School JV football. Like I don't understand. But whatever. But the Patriots though, without Tom Brady, dude, Cam Newton he's not good enough. He's not at that stature to rise them up. I just
Yeah.
say,
Well, isn't that kind of interesting how what he's doing? I mean, yeah, the Bucks they're not the best, but that's pretty interesting. Him and Gronk over there.
right. But I do like Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
He's a great guy. On and off the field, great guy. He's a great quarterback. I never liked Richard Sherman. To me, he is a thug. But now he's on the 49ers. I cannot say shit. But at the but at the same time, like I don't talk about him because I don't like him.
Yeah, that's I don't have a favorite team. I just like watching a good game. So
right.
yeah,
Like, dude,
whoever's
I like
whoever's
watching the
playing,
game when it's like 52-51. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I like
right.
the offense.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I'm a defensive guy, so stop them. Get them.
Put them on their
Get
back.
them. Get them. Yeah.
Jeez. I don't know. I came in the conversation. You guys are talking about shishi. What you guys are talking about? What kind of shishi are we talking here?
Never mind you. You had missed this. Oh, you missed it.
Yeah.
This shishi
No,
talk.
actually, no. We are just saying that was when Eddie and I did our experiment. That was our whole gimmick the first night. Shishi challenge. Who could go bathroom first? Lost. So you
Was it
lose.
really?
Yeah. Yeah.
See,
And they're
You
drinking
lose.
coffee.
We're drinking coffee all night, and whoever went shishi first
see,
lose.
going it's full circle now.
Okay, no, okay, but you guys, okay, but we gotta stop because I gotta go shishi too, and I stay holding them. So I'm not,
See,
I'm not about to do that. So
for real, you
I'm
gotta go.
nope, nope,
Nope.
nope.
You lied.
Hey,
You lied. You lied.
Hey, we're going to
Right now,
the
you're peeing in the bottle. You get
to
like
my
two empties already.
to my students watching. That's what you gotta do. You gotta do. It's all about radio.
Radio, dude. Again, like we can go on forever about like how radio impacted our lives, each and every one of us, because we
Mhm.
all worked in radio, especially you and Mark. For me, I was more like I was a producer on the Nine Show, but really, I just hung out, you know, pull his carts, pull his CDs, pull whatever. I worked at it was called Cool 102. Before it turned into 1027, the bomb and all that stuff, and we were Good Vibe and I. We was broadcasting out of that place in Waiho. No, not Waiho. Waipahu. Right? Remember that little shack in Waipahu? Anybody?
Mm.
No. It
That's
was
before my time. Before my
right
time.
up.
I
Right up.
don't
Bug
know.
wasn't there.
You stay dating yourself, bruh. I too young.
No,
I don't know.
but I old. But so they used to broadcast out of this place in Waipahu, which if you're not from Hawaii, it's a little Filipino neighborhood.
Okay, okay,
You
keep
get
talking for like minute half, bruh. Keep talking for like
okay,
minute.
okay. See, I knew it.
I
I knew
win.
it.
I win. I win.
Okay, so we broadcast from this little shack in the middle of nowhere. Um, but the funny thing is, there's two radio stations, and they're separated, like literally separated. Um, and the only thing connected to them was like an office, and behind the office was the bathroom. And because it's getting close to Halloween, that's why I'm telling this story. We used to go in there, and right after our Sunday or Saturday night gig at Maharaja, or was it Venus? Either one. I think it was Maharaja, honestly. Um, but we'd go there and do our shift. It was actually good vibe shift, and I would just go there just to hang out, eat freaking 2 tacos 99 cents, that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a rumor that it was always haunted,
Right.
and so when Vibe was doing his shift, making sure the discs are in and all that kind of stuff, queued up, I would walk around the studio, and I know this for a fact that it was just myself and Vibe, or Good Vibe, and the doors were locked because we don't want all the crackheads coming in. Um, and so I heard the urinal flush,
Right.
and I was thinking, well, maybe it's just one of those sensors, maybe a lizard freaking or a cockroach went over the sensor. So I went in there like nonchalant, and I was looking around, and of course nothing's there, right? And the door to the toilet actually like moved. It didn't slam. It just moved and closed itself. And I was like, Brad, this is giving me goosebumps. There's no way. So I opened it up, nothing there, nobody there, and I left it open. Specifically like left it all the way open. So just in case, because I was thinking to myself, if it's all the way open, then it'd be a harder time for it to close, right? Like
Right.
even if there's an air conditioned vent or whatever. I was looking, no nothing, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so that door when I went back was closed.
Mm-hmm.
So that freaked me out. I didn't want to go to the bathroom after that, so I just went outside and just pee in the bushes. But when I went over to the other radio station, or like the other booth in the building, there's this one red light that's always on, and the reason why is because it's still a broadcasting station, and so there's working parts in it. But like every time we go to the other room, like where we're actually broadcasting from, you're listening to Cool 102. Welcome back. Um, like we'd hear stuff rustling around. We'd hear CDs fall down. We'd hear like music coming out. So when this one time we heard music, and Bob's like, "Dude, go check that out." Like maybe there's a crackhead that came in and potted up the system. I was like, "Dude, you go check it out." He's like, "No, dude, come on, I gotta do this. You go check it out." So I went over there, and there's no like all the levels were down. The music was still going. I don't know where this music is coming from, dude. Right? So I went into this dusty old, like it's Waipahu, so there's a lot of dust. So I went into the station, pushed the door open. Just when I pushed the door open, the music stopped, and I was like, okay, maybe it's just a circuit or whatever. And then I looked around, is there anything plugged in? Do I need to turn the music down or anything? Nothing was up. I closed the door, go into the radio station, the other side, and we can faintly hear the music again. And I
Mm-hmm.
told Vibe, dude, I'm not going over there. You can go check it out this time, dude. I'm not going over there. And so that little radio station in the middle of nowhere, literally a square that had an antenna coming out of the side of it, was, I mean, it was scary. It was scary going to Cool 102 back in the days. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just that was my story. So
You're sticking to it.
and
Kimberly
I
Freda said, "Was that across Waipahu High School?"
yeah, you know what? I think it might have been.
Oh, okay.
It
Was
was
that like a Radio Free Hawaii? Was it Radio Free Hawaii or
yes,
something out there? Right, something like that.
yes. It was Radio Free Hawaii. Then it
That's
was,
before
and
my
then
time, but that's what I heard. Uh,
yeah, Free Hawaii, and then it turned into, well, and at the other side of the studio was Cool 102. So
mhm.
yeah, Kimberly Freitas
Mhm.
from Pablo High School, dude. Okay, so I used to do YMCA stuff for like kids and all that every summer. What is it called? Summer fun. And
Oh, I
we had
thought
a
you was gonna
dance.
say you did a YMCA dance level.
Oh, Brad, I
You did
did.
that.
I did it on stage
Which character was you?
bro. I was always the Indian because I was the only one that was willing to get like pretty much naked and have like a little loincloth and a headdress. Did you know I did all that stuff at World Cafe?
I was just gonna say, are we talking the Playhouse right now?
Bro, we're talking
Mad love to
Playhouse.
Richie a key.
That's another guy that was influenced. But okay, so
Hmm.
I went, and so we had a dance, and this girl was in a red tight red dress. I mean,
Mm,
crazy looking body, right? Kind of pretty, kind of cute. Um, and nobody wanted to dance because we're all teenagers, right? We're all freaking like 12, 13 years old. Yeah, maybe 14, 15. And
Mhm.
so like the leaders are like, I dare you to walk up to some girl and ask. I looked at all of the girls and I was like, okay, I want that one. Like she was like the standout, you know what I mean? Everybody else was wearing like the bufu hair with overalls, so they're not really sexy looking. They all wanted to look like TLC, but um, or New Edition or whatever, SWV. Um, so I
Mhm.
went over. I went over directly to her and I was like, would you like to dance? And she's like, yeah, okay. I mean, it wasn't even. And I mean, for me, I'm the kind of guy like if that girl says no, I just move on to the next one. You want to dance? No? Okay. You want to dance? Sooner or later, you're going to get one. You're going to get the nerd one, but it doesn't matter. So she said yes. And then my friend and her friend and his friend and my friend, we all started dancing. We started the party. I got her number and all that kind of stuff. And I literally went to Waipahu High School. Outside
Mhm.
Waipahu High School, there's a bus stop.
Right.
There's
Right,
a bus stop, right? I
right.
sat at that bus stop for like 4.5 hours because she said she was gonna be there, but she got cold feet and never showed up. Okay.
Double Dutch bus coming down the street.
But
Right.
but the good thing happened is
Uh-huh.
that while I was there at that bus stop, even though she didn't even though she didn't show up,
Uh-huh.
my soon to be girlfriend at the time,
Uh-huh.
that went to Pro City was catching the bus and she had to do a transfer or whatever, blah blah blah. And she sat down and she's like, "You okay?" Because I'm like sad face and I hate myself, right? And she's like, "You okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I just got stood up." And so that relationship actually lasted for like 2.5 years. So if it wasn't for that girl standing me up, I wouldn't have been with that girl. And scene. All right. Yeah.
How did we get to that story? That's what I want to know. Like how did
Oh,
I don't even know how we got to that.
You guys have
well,
to stalk up a minute and a half so that I can go
well,
shishi.
yeah.
I,
I
we're
had
talking
to
about
stall.
the radio haunted things. This is what I got to deal with. We're talking about the haunted radio station. And someone said Waipahu High School. Then we went to like the YMCA when he was 12, and then at a bus stop and meeting getting dissed by one girl and meeting another girlfriend. And what are we talking about?
I don't know anymore.
I guess that's free media for you. Free media. We don't have to have topics. We don't have to have
Right.
any boundaries or any rules. We can just talk about whatever.
Oh my god.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
well, okay, so the reason why I brought up that story at because it was close to Halloween, now it's close to Halloween. So
Mhm.
that was my ghost story. I don't think it was a ghost. I don't know what it was, but I've never seen one personally. So I really don't know. I can't say it was a ghost.
Yeah.
Um but there's some crazy stuff happening then at Radio Free Hawaii, dude. Wow, I haven't said that call sign in a long time.
Mm.
That's so funny that you say that because I swear the Evil A Studios were haunted too. Oh yeah, look, Joel over there. I see
Yeah.
Mark putting up the comment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mark, did you ever go on any of those with Psy guys?
Yeah, yeah. Like we went a few times, and it was just kind of I don't know. Like I know there was so much. I never personally saw but I heard a lot of people said like there's something up with it, and being that it was like near like Dole plant was it Dole, right? Dole plantation was there or something before.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm not
Apparently,
exactly sure what it
I
was.
guess apparently it was an infirmary before or something like that way back
Okay,
in the
wait.
day during.
So the Evil A Studios, that was across from the
Across from
Doe
the theaters.
Cannery. Yeah,
The
the theaters,
The
theaters.
right?
theaters, the
Mm-hmm.
theaters.
Brad, K Smooth. I mean, he's one of those guys that are just like,
Oh
hey, what's
yeah.
up? Like, right? He was telling me
Mm-hmm.
some crazy stories, dude. Like
There,
Evil A's
th-
crazy.
there was one where um, I went to go pick up Psy guys and a couple of the bomb squad members from downstairs, and I went in the elevator, and the only way they could get up was us ringing them up in the after hours.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so I went down, and when I went down and the elevator opened, they saw somebody walk out with me, and Sai tells me, "Who is that walked out?" I was like, "What are you talking about, bro? I was the only one in the elevator." They're like, And he was like, no, somebody walked out. That's why we waited to get in the elevator. I was like, bro, I was wondering what took you guys so long to step in there. Like, because somebody stepped out of the elevator. I was like,
What?
There was nobody in the elevator with me. There was another time when I was in in the Island 98.5 studios, and I was interviewing Forte. I don't know if you guys remember the female
Yep.
group Forte. Um, they were in there, and one of the girls was talking, and in the middle of the interview, she stops and she freezes, and she looks back at the rest of the girls, and we finished the interview, and at the end of the interview, after I turn off the mics and we go off air, she goes, "Why'd you pull my bra strap? Why are you doing that?" And the other three girls behind her were like, "We didn't touch you." She's like, "Somebody snapped my bra strap," and they're like, "We did not touch you." And like me and I don't remember which one of the four it was, but we just looked at each other like, "Whoa!" Like she's like somebody snapped my bra strap, and like somebody pulled at me and touched me, and I felt it. Like, I mean, I've experienced stuff there too, but I don't know.
Damn, dude. I mean, if
It
I
is
was a
what
ghost,
it is. What it is.
I mean, if I was
They,
a ghost, I'd touch the bra strap of Giselle.
well, well, that's funny because they say the prize vaults over there is where they used to keep the. It's Mark. You've been back in that corner, yeah.
Right.
And they say that corner was the control of the invisible powers. Yeah, they say that's I guess where they used to keep some of the bodies or whatever during the
Right on.
infirmary days. And anyway, change story, but yeah, toast.
And that's why they moved the station there because they got a discount.
Right? It's like just
Corporate
move
America
in. We
for
don't
ya.
care how much you pay. Pay whatever you like.
They're like, we get a discount. It's haunted. They go, that's all right.
Well, that's funny. That's so funny because where they do all the live streams from now for 98.5 and all those artists live drops and performances is right around that corner. I don't know, Mark, if you've been back the last time I was back, it's kind of crazy. That whole corridor and all those walls are all like pictures and all kinds of stuff. They tried to dress it up, but it still feels freaky as hell, bro.
Right? They try to dress it up, but you can see like the from
The
inside the
walls
pictures.
breathe, bro. Woo,
Right,
woo,
right.
woo,
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 woo.
woo,
Come
woo.
play with us.
Welcome to radio. Woo, woo,
Right.
woo, woo, woo,
Don't miss your call sign.
woo. Are you sure you want to do this?
It doesn't pay a lot.
You just drink. Woo, 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 woo.
Right? You just drink.
Yeah.
Joey Santiago gonna help, but no worry. He gonna
Right.
try. He gonna try to get you sponsors.
Yep,
Um,
and I'd love to Jovi, bro. They all, yep. I've always had sponsors. That's hella cool, bro.
dude, always
Oh,
have.
Yeah,
jeez.
But
work
so,
hard, play hard. Work hard, play hard, bro.
so what are you gonna do for Halloween, man? Like, are you planning on passing out candy or anything like that?
Shackles on my feet, dog. Shackles on my feet
Right.
and my wrists.
Mhm.
Locked up because of COVID.
Yeah.
Well, like people are like going down to Home Depot and making like those PVC pipes, and so it goes from their front door to the their lawn, and they just shoot that candy down there, and it goes into a basket so the little babies can grab the Snickers. I was like, bro, that's ingenious, dude. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know. I've learned long time ago not to throw anything into a crowd because you can get sued if it hits them in the head and you
Ah,
get
right.
fined. Right? Don't fly CDs because that bugger somebody gonna miss and it's gonna whack somebody in the head and
And give
boom.
a good scar right here.
Yep. Sue job. That's not on my watch.
But, you can send them to the right. But yeah, I don't know. I like again for Halloween. I I got nobody. I got no kids. You know what I mean? Like your kids are all grown up. I mean, maybe 17 years old. Maybe
I
you should
bought
like
I bought the candy, but I didn't eat them all already. Never had a chance.
you bought
The bug is gone, bro.
a bag of candy from Walmart like 9.99 and get
Yeah,
like 58 pieces gone.
gone. Okay, I'm gonna wait till after. You can come my house after, and I'm gonna give the after sale. We're gonna do after
Right,
Halloween.
right. Everybody get the 50% off. What you got at Reese's pumpkins.
Right?
All the Halloween candy.
Mark, what are you doing for Halloween, man?
I gotta work, man. Actually, I'm working, so yeah.
What is the family gonna do?
Probably
Stay
just stay
home.
in. Like, yeah, I don't think no one wants to go out, and I don't think we're big on letting the kids go out and
Right.
be out
Are you
there.
guys-
I don't
Yeah.
think no
Just
one
buy,
is. So
like at this point, just buy the candy. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So,
I think that's
but
what it is.
what I was thinking, because you guys live, in California and everything's shut down anyway. But I mean, see, it's not like Christmas where you can jump in the car, roll up the windows, everybody's safe, and go look at lights. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
Halloween, this what are you gonna do? Like drive around, everything dark, nobody giving
There's
away candy.
there's like a drive-through type kind of
Oh, there you
Halloween
go.
Halloween thing, but I didn't know how that works because I'm like, there's like that scare zone or whatever they have every year in like Del Mar, but it's like, what do you do? Like you're driving through, and what if somebody scares you and you just slam on the gas? Like, how does it work? You know what I mean? How does it work?
Right? You
I
drive,
haven't. Yeah, I don't
you
know.
drive to the haunted house and you scare me. Boo, I'm gonna hit the gas and it's done, dog.
Right? Just start dosing people, just run them over.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't. I never went down there. I don't know how it works, but it's a drive-through, so I don't know how it works. It doesn't make
See
any
what
sense
what
to me, but.
see what I'm thinking. If it's a drive-through,
Mhm.
like maybe they tell the people that are scaring, don't fuck with the driver. The people
That's
in the back, the people on the side, the people in the trunk, whatever. Don't mess with the driver.
see, but that doesn't work because I'd be the type people scream in the back. I would hit the gas too. Yeah. Like,
Did you hear that some places are doing like spooky car washes? Because like you're inside and like
Right.
the phone comes up and all of a sudden you see a crazy clown or whatever. I was like,
Mhm.
that's pretty cool. $5 you go through
Mhm.
but
Like, yeah, man.
I'd rather go through a bikini car wash. That's my kind of scare, man. Scare me like that. Raw.
right. Hear that somebody's gonna pull the string. Woo-hoo. But
Oh boy.
dude, seriously, man, like before we end off the show, because it's around 11 o'clock, so we already did 2 hours. Um,
Yeah.
I wanted to thank you for joining us on the show. We actually wanted you to come on a long time ago, but
Mhm.
again, certain schedules couldn't line up. Um, especially after Eddie L. When we got here, it's like, dude, JK, we started talking about you and mixed nuts and all this kind of stuff. I was like, bro, can we have him? Like, can we get him on? I don't know. What is he doing? I don't know. Like, he's got his Facebook, the Sunday feeds and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know. Facebook was kind of shutting everybody down, right? Like, you play one Lady Gaga song, done.
Oh
Um,
yeah, bro.
yeah. So, and then I
30,
was like,
30 seconds of a track, and you're like, I'm,
right,
I'm, I'm, I'm still getting dinged, and I haven't played for like almost a month already, and I'm
right.
still getting notices. Your video is getting dinged. Your video is getting dinged. Like ding, ding,
Like,
ding,
fine.
ding,
So
ding.
later on, uh, I just wanted to put this out there because we're gonna be on Twitch, and next month hopefully we can change our podcast to a podcast. Um, and I'm gonna be getting on Twitch. Most likely when I get on Twitch, I'm not gonna be doing any music, even though I have my controller and all that kind of stuff. Um, I'm gonna be doing drawings and just talking story, just talking to myself until people get on. Um,
Mhm.
but when you do up and run your with your Twitch, let us know and we can help promote it. Especially Mark, dude. Mark has got an insane following on Twitch.
Yeah,
So, I mean, they're so supportive. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
oh,
especially.
let's go raid and whatever they do.
actually,
Yeah.
I like learn from the DJ Day Trader, like
Oh,
that.
DJ
I,
Trader.
Flip some
I,
script, Day
yeah,
Trader.
I still got that on hiatus, but I still trading in the mornings, but definitely something I want to put together and teach to some people. It's some very basic things you can do, but I tell a lot of people like unless you got like a grand that you're willing to lose, like your Vegas money, because
Well, I
it
had
takes
before
a
COVID.
while.
I had before COVID.
Yeah, see,
I was ready, and COVID hit, and and Snake
yeah.
Eyes went faster.
Yeah, because
Right.
it takes a little bit of it's like with the trading, it's very emotional. Like I can teach you the technical part of it, but it's
Mm.
the emotional part that's gonna mess you up, like in the head. Like it goes against your every natural instinct trading. So it's kind of what they call a mind fuck. But
Whoa,
but
Mark, Mark, Mark,
yeah,
watch your
but
language, sir.
no, it is. Well, when it comes to that kind of stock market, that's how we speak, right?
I never had stock market stuff like that, but girlfriends maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just as bad. It can mess with your mind just as bad. I tell you, like, it'll go against your every instinct will be wrong. But yeah,
I can get back. Nope.
yeah, but it's definitely a
That's
good
right. So
thing.
long as the drinks are free, bruh. So long as the drinks are free, we good.
But yeah, definitely you should jump on that Twitch. You know what I mean? It's definitely for yourself who is such a performer and a talent. You do extremely well on there, and you have a very what I'd say like a niche audience, like with the Big Island that is familiar with you. So I think if you get on that, and I've seen some people start pulling in from the Big Island as viewers. So I think if you get on that, I think you'll do very well. And if you need some help, just reach out. You know what I mean when you are ready for it to get set up on Twitch and all that, and I'll be happy to help you. So definitely reach out when you're ready.
Right on, brother. Thank you. I definitely will. Thank you
Cause
guys
you
for having
live
me.
in Aloha.
Oh, I was just gonna ask who's the lead singer on that intro.
Bruh, the guy's handsome, you know, the baka handsome.
Ah,
I
yeah.
like try. I like
I
try.
mean, he's fat, but he's still handsome. Okay, that's another thing. I gotta say this because every time, like I talk about Mark to my mom, she's always like, he's a handsome guy. Like he heavy, but he handsome. I'm like, are you trying to hit on my friend? Shut up.
Hey, Heavy D was handsome too, dog. Heavy D was a lover dog.
Hell yeah, he is. And the boys. But
Uh,
but yeah, so um, I did okay. So for the people that are out there that might be listening, I don't know.
Right.
It's on the ukulele, and I put up the what is it called? CDB. What is it called? The notes?
THC?
No, like okay.
Oh,
CDBACDB.
The
oh,
What
like
is it?
chords.
in
The
do re
chords.
mi
Thank
fa
you.
sol la ti do.
The
Sound
chords.
of music.
I put the chords up
The
on
T
another post, and
C
that's one of my
C.
videos that I'm gonna be doing on Twitch. Is doing the like show them where the when it goes on and all that. I've never learned like unlike you that I do not know how to. I'm not
Pick my
Ibe
G string
Mumsy.
anytime you like, bro. Ding 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 ding
Ding
ding
ding
ding
ding
ding
ding
ding
ding
ding
ding
ding.
ding. But I've never learned it, so I actually had to. So when I put together the rhythm of the song, and somebody like I think it was Mark is like, so what's the chords? I'm like, I don't know what they're called. You put the crab, you make the crab
This
finger,
one, that one, this one, huh?
and then you put the one line all together, and then you put this one on the
You
third
pinch
fret,
them.
you, you
The
pinch it,
shaka.
and then you
That's
do it
how
all
you
over
learn,
again.
right? Come
And
on,
so,
learn.
Mhm.
so I actually had to learn the what they were called for me to put it together. So,
Mhm.
dude, I'd love for you to do it. You got your ukulele?
Negative. I
No,
told you I get my G string. You can pluck my G string. Bro. Tong,
I
tong,
can.
tong, 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 tong.
For a cafe
Oh
day.
wait, no, wait,
I
not
play the
wait.
house player.
Sorry, not you. You're the kind. You're the wrong side. Tong 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 tong.
See?
Any ladies on a tong 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 can. As we say, what's up to Chrislyn and Melissa? Hi, thank you for listening, ladies.
Are they young? Are they young?
Oh, come on, free.
Are they young? No, no, no. I'm asking because I don't want to say what I'm about to say if they're too young.
Well, I know one of them might have kids that's listening, so tell
I'll
the
be like,
kids close
oh,
the ears first.
play the ukulele at Centrally Certified.
Oh,
Dude. Okay, I gotta admit,
oh, okay.
that,
Oh my
that, that
gosh.
show. So Centrally Certified was a show that J Kid and I both hosted.
Oh
And
boy.
I mean, I think you're the original host, right?
Yes, I was.
Yeah. So I had to sit there for a few times um, and just kind of get the cadence of what he does and how the show works and the timing and all. Bro, I had to sit there and watch that, J kid. It wasn't just a job. I had to literally sit there and watch that a few times. Like when you're working, you're working. You know what I mean? You focus on the mic skills, you focus on the timing, you focus on who's up next, you focus on the music, you focus on all this kind of stuff. But when you have to sit there and watch it to get what the show is all about,
Okay, wait, hold on. I have to pull out one of my earphones because I'm getting scoldings because I'm getting too loud over here and it's late.
oh, it is 11 o'clock, right?
um,
So
no, that's so classic because I've had a couple of cousins come into that show. For those of you that don't know, Be Certified was a male review show, and right. Um, I had to get my cousin to him, bro, you guys gotta come. You guys gotta come and check it out. They're like, negative. We ain't watching no guys get naked and strip
right,
and whatever. I go, you don't even know, bro. There's like 300 women in there. And you're like one of 10, and like,
right.
just try it. And they're
And it's like one of those. There's 300 women. There's only 10 guys, and only if they only took one each,
change your mind after that, right?
big time.
Oh, wait, it's just like stocks, bro. Percentages, right, Mark?
The percentage is good.
Ooh,
Play your odds, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
play
no,
the odds. Play the odds.
it's like now there's 300 instead of 300 women. Now there's 290 that have that you want to go home with somebody. So
Mhm.
those 10 they're gone already. Right, that was good times.
Play the odds, bro. Play the odds.
Yeah,
Always play the odds.
but yeah, no, those are the days, dude. I mean, again, we could go
Oh
on
my
forever, but
god.
it's already 11 o'clock. What time is it in Seattle? Is it still 11?
Yeah, it's 11. We're on the same time. Yeah.
Okay, and then Hawaii is what 3 hours behind us, something like that.
Something like that. I think daylight saving starts in a little while. Yeah.
Right.
I'm in the Pacific Northwest right now for a little bit. So
Dude, that daylight savings time is such bullcrap. They literally made that up. They're
I don't
like,
know.
we'll just make stuff up.
This is the
Um,
first time I'm about to experience it, so we'll see. It's so funny
right,
because I was walking the other day and it was like 33 degrees, and I had my mask on, and I was breathing, and the air's coming up, like not thinking. I was like, "Yeah,
like
oh,
smoking.
you can see my breath coming up through the mask." And then I started blinking, and like what I thought was maka pia pia, and like my eyes started getting stuck. And like, wow, what's going on? I wipe my
Yeah.
eyes, and then I meet up with my mom and my sister and the rest of the family. They're like, yeah, you got ice all over your eyebrows and all over your eyelashes. I was like, oh,
What?
I tell them, I feel good. I thought it was maka pia pia. I thought my eyes was getting stuck and I couldn't open my eyes. So
Yeah, dude,
yeah,
it's a trip. Like the one time that I was like that was
Yeah.
coming back from Texas, driving through Arizona. You know, the desert. That shit was like 10 degrees, and I'm driving. Um, but yeah, like it makes it so your eyes cannot open, and you think of what the hell's going on. It's because I mean, literally, your fluids in your eyes is freezing.
bro, I thought I had pink
I-
eye. I thought I had pink eye. The bubble wasn't opening. I was like, whoa, and wipe them as hose. Oh. And then oh, you get ice all over your face. I was like, oh, okay.
So Mike Sato from Enjoy Comics. We gotta give a shout out to Mike Sato, Enjoy Comics in Hilo.
Mike, what's
Um,
up, brother?
good guy, dude. God, see, I
Wow.
that's the reason why we live to know good people. And
Connections,
Mike,
bro.
yeah,
Definitely.
exactly, dude.
All about connections. All about
And
connections.
he said it's 8 it's only 8 p.m. there. But for
Right.
us, I'm like, bro, I just want to get my 3 egg rolls and my milkshake from Jack in the Box and go sleep already.
But
Uh,
I'm still on Hawaii time. I'm ready for another thirsty. So
So I mean, okay, we're pretty much the 2 hour limit, because I'm hungry, and I want to know, like, would you mind coming back on the show and just talking story with us again?
anytime I would love it. Thank you guys. Uh,
Right on.
secret fangirling. I was waiting for you guys to ask me to come back. Yeah.
and
Dude,
here's the
Anytime,
beauty.
anytime,
Here's the beauty of the next time you come on is that we already got all your history done. So the next time we'll just be talking story and just having a great time.
bro. It's all good.
Because we got all the business out the way. So
It's
next
all
time
good.
it's about games.
I had a blast. Thank you guys. That was super fun. Thank you guys for allowing me to share. Thank you.
Right on, man. Again, much mahalo. Loved you since I met you. Um, if you need anything, just let us know. I mean, I don't know what I can do for you, but like I said, if you want any of my drawings, if your daughter wants one, you know, your kids want a few to put up in the house, just let me know, dude. I'll send you the whole freaking catalog, bro. I got comics and everything, so you know what I mean.
I'm
Let me know.
I'm I'm taking you up on that, and for real, day trader, bro. Once I can
I
once I can
Oh
get
yeah,
some script in my pocket, guarantee COVID craps. But frick
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Moving
yeah,
forward, bro.
yeah. This is gonna be like they say the stock market. Once you really master it, it's like gambling, but you the house.
Yeah,
So
nah. Buy
that's
it,
you the
buy at
house.
the bottom. Buy at the bottom, bro. There's the only way up. The only way is up, right?
Uh,
Yeah. Okay, so before we go, I'm just letting you know, Mark, that
Mhm.
Mitch said that the Twitch stream is
Oh
frozen.
yeah, it's back up. It's back up.
Oh,
I
okay, okay,
messaged
okay,
him.
okay, okay.
So yeah,
See,
we're good. So,
I'm reading those comments from like 23 minutes ago.
yeah, that's why.
Right,
They have timestamps on them, so you know when it came up.
right. Okay. Okay, I'm just making sure. Because dude, technically, I feel like such a like a 2-year-old kid because Mark does all the technical stuff. I just sit here and talk story, and then they're like, okay, bye, and
Yeah.
then go get my egg rolls. So
Respect, Mark, bro. I know how that works. Like that's hella crazy to manage a bunch of streams like that. Respect, brother.
Yeah,
Free.
no problem. I enjoy it.
I love you the both. I love both you guys, bro. Thank you guys for this opportunity.
thank you so much for taking the time. And
Yeah.
again, I know that it's getting late. Daughter, does your daughter go to school? Like physically go to school, or?
No, everybody's out of school, but
Oh,
it's,
okay.
it's my niece is here right now, and it's getting a little late. I've been warned
Uh,
a couple of times, so brother, I couldn't make it kicked out of the house, and I
Now
gotta go.
watch. All of a sudden, you can see the hand come out, grab the ear. Okay, I gotta go back.
Guarantee, bro. Guarantee. We're not getting to that point. So I like sleeping on warm bed. I like sleep outside in the cold tonight.
mhm.
Right. Okay, again, thank you so much for joining us, man. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Oh,
You know,
yeah. My pleasure, my honor. Thank you guys for allowing me to share. Thank you.
right on,
Definitely,
Mark.
I want to thank you once again, and we'll definitely have you back on sometime. Sometime in the near future, and we'll just kick it, and we'll just talk, and we'll have a good time. So you definitely love your vibe, love your energy, always have since I met you way back when and the radio days, and your energy and all of that still shines through to this day. So definitely keep doing what you're doing, keep pushing forward, and like I said, I tell this to everybody, like especially people who I know who will thrive in it. Make that move to Twitch because it'll definitely can make you some money and definitely provide that little bit more financial for you and your family. So definitely when you're ready, hit me up and we'll take care of you. All right, for
Thank
sure.
you. Thank you guys. Thank you very much.
All right, we'll see
Oh
you
wait.
next time.
Aloha podcast. Yay!
We'll put you backstage, and if you gotta go, you can go. If not, you can wait for us. All right.
Right on. Thank you,
Okay.
fellas.
Good one.
Thank
All
you.
right. All right. All right. Are you ready to wrap this up then, Mr. Free?
Yeah. Um. Again, like we had a great conversation with J Kid. I haven't talked to him in a long time like this. Um. But it's always good to hear from guys that I truly know have good hearts. So.
Right. Right. And
Um.
definitely an inspiration, from back in the day is just kind of crazy. Like I said, it takes me back to my early radio days, just interning when radio was fun. It was something we did because it was a passion and you know what I mean? And then it turned like for him and myself and even for you, like it turned into like something that you could use to provide for your family for a lifetime almost. So
Right.
definitely is good times and good vibes. So definitely shout out to Jake and everyone else who we have on the podcast, Eddie L, Lanai, our previous guests. So definitely it's a positive movement, and we definitely want to thank everyone for tuning in. Let's see who is this? Rodriguez, Melissa,
Listen,
Mike
Rodriguez,
Sato,
Caro from
people in the
Enjoy
traders.
Comics,
Yep. Joel over
Joel.
there in Las Vegas. Who else tuned in here? Mitch, of
Oh,
course.
okay.
Spokane, Washington. Yeah.
So
What
the
else?
reason why, hold on, before we go on, because
Okay.
Joe asked like, how come no more Fast Kind? Because I never write them.
Oh yeah. See, we were talking so much that I forgot. I forgot totally about that section.
Well, I mean that section it's hard because I'm trying to come up with new, 10 questions. It's like you can't have the same can you beat up Tom Cruise every week? And
Right.
so it's kind of hard for me to do it right now because I got so much things going on. But that section will be coming back soon. But for now, we just didn't do it, and it was a 2-hour show, and we just ran out of time also. So,
Okay.
answer fast kind coming back later. Okay, so we
Cool,
got
cool.
Mitch. Well, again, want to thank Mitch. Uh, go Monarchs.
Yeah, Anthony over there, Nutty DJ in Arizona, and let's see. I don't know, everyone else, like tons of people in the chat tonight, definitely showing love. We appreciate you guys, and don't forget, we are now on YouTube, Aloha State of Mind podcast. You can check that out. Facebook, of course, we on our page, Aloha State of Mind podcast, and on Twitch at
Aloha State of Mind podcast.
that's POSCAST. At least for another month, till Twitch lets us change our URL back.
Honestly, should we just keep it
I
because
don't.
it's so unique?
We'll see in a month when they let us change it if we want. We want to change it. So hopefully we can do that. All right. But it's all good. Shout out everyone in the chat. Much appreciation. Much love. We'll be back next week. Hopefully, do we have a guest next week confirmed, or we just got penciled?
we don't have we don't have confirmed, but there's like 4 or 5 guests that showed interest. We just got to get them the scheduling, and
All
they
right.
pick whatever schedule they have. So within the next few days, you'll see the promos.
Okay, cool. Definitely appreciate that. Don't forget, we're here every single, well, mostly, I don't want to say every single anymore. Mostly every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard, 6 p.m. if you're in Hawaii, and maybe, I don't know how the conversion is going to go once this daylight saving thing kicks in. I have no clue. So,
I don't know.
we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out and let you guys know and keep you posted. All right. You want to end with the theme song, or you want to sit through that, or you want to just say goodbye?
Well, I want to say that because you say mostly. I want to apologize to everybody. The reason why we took 2 weeks off is because I needed it.
Hey.
Mark is a workhorse. He's a Clydesdale. He'll go and he'll go and go and go. I don't know how he does it. Um, I just had a mental breakdown, so I kind of needed the 2 weeks to just get off my ass and get back on the train. So
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely. It
but yeah,
happened.
mostly every once in a while we're gonna take a break, but most of the
Hey,
mostly
we're only human. We're only human. We're not machines. We're not automated. So we definitely got to take a break sometimes. Most,
mostly.
mostly every.
Do you know what's from that I'm laughing?
What was that?
It's actually from the aliens.
Oh,
Like but you don't know that. When was the last time you watched Aliens, right?
oh,
But the little girl, when she goes, blah 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 blah, she's like mostly, and so
no,
it's a famous mostly. So every
no.
time you say it, I just start cracking up.
I gotta find the sample and I'll put it in our thing next week. So I was like,
Mostly.
I hit the sample on that.
All right.
All right, let's
But
wrap
yeah,
it up. Thank everyone once again. You want to hit the intro, or you just want to say goodbye? Let me know if you want to sit through it.
man, let's hit the intro, dude. Let's hear that song.
Okay, we're gonna hear the
Angelic
song.
song.
We're gonna hit the song, and we'll see you guys next week. Till then, we wish you guys nothing but peace, love, and aloha.
Aloha.
See you guys next week. You guys have a great one.
Wherever you are, you're living aloha. Wherever you go, your soul is aloha. Wherever you've been, you're living aloha. A part of yourself is always aloha. Aloha is a state of mind. 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 When you're with family, you feel the aloha. When you're with friends, you feel the aloha. the sun's your aloha. That little breeze, the kiss of aloha. Aloha is a state of mind. 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 A state of mind. A state of mind. A state of mind.
Aloha! State of Mind Podcast.
Bombay